He beat a giant with nothing but wind and paper. He slipped away because weight drags louder than any shout. The station smells of diesel and cardamom tea. Evening crowds breathe like a tide. Trolleys rattle over cracked tiles. I stand by a pillar with a backpack and last month's doubts. The city is a rumor of sirens and sails. My phone hums with urgent nothings. Somewhere, an empire counts coins it has not earned. Somewhere, a man vanishes like mist at sunrise. I want his reason. I want his map. I want a way through the noise that does not turn me noisy. A shoeshine stool sits under a flickering tube light. Beside it, a folding table, a kettle, paper stapled into booklets. The store looks tired but arranged. Strings of tiny flags hang from a nail. The vendor is old but not fragile. Hands like careful pliers. Eyes that notice and forgive. He sells tea, notebooks, and quiet people move around him the way water moves around a stone. He nods at me once, then returns to a sheet of white paper. He creases the page with exact thumbs. No ruler, no hurry. Each fold lands like a breath landing in a chest. He makes a bird, not the fancy crane my cousin learned for weddings. This bird has a small chest and sharp tail, a sparrow. The old man balances it on his palm. Then on one finger, the air from the train's arrival flutters the wings. The paper does not fly, but it listens. It knows to wait for the larger wind. You look like someone wrestling with doors, he says. His voice sounds like dry leaves and clean water. Doors that only open when you stop pushing. I have a plan, I say, but the gatekeepers keep moving the gate. Empires love gates, he says, smiling. They forget fences fall to weather. Gates fall to waiting. He lifts the paper sparrow and sets it above the kettle's mouth. The kettle breathes out thin steam. The bird stirs. It trembles, then hovers one careless finger higher. Not flight, a suggestion of flight, a hint of how he lowers it and it rests again, patient and light. Do you know the story? He asks, the man who outsmarted an empire and was gone before their boots turned around. I shake my head. My backpack feels heavier than books. The platform speakers hiss. Announcements come and go like gulls. He carried nothing heavy, the old man says. He made the empire carry its own weight. He left when weight grew noisy. He folded his plan small. He wrote the drafts other people ignored. He pushes the sparrow toward me. I take it. The paper is warm from steam and hands. The wings hold their angle with quiet pride. Train wind finds the bird and hums along the edges. What is this? I ask, though I already know. A way to notice the invisible, he says. A way to touch pressure without fists. A way to move by listening across the tracks. A billboard blares numbers and power. My chest loosens. The sparrow flutters again, then rests, as if patient with my hurry. Teach me, I say. He nods. First, learn to hold it without holding it. He chased force and met walls. He courted lightness and found doors already ajar. The old man clears a corner of the table. He spreads a fresh sheet. He watches my hands, not my face. You fold, he says, then you wait. His voice makes waiting sound like music. The kettle ticks as it cools. The station breathes in and out. I try to fold the first line. My nail leaves a clumsy scar. The crease looks tired, like a road after rain. I press harder. It only warps. The old man lifts a palm less, he says. Paper remembers kindness better than strength. I ease my thumbs. The second crease lands clean, a soft ridge. A promise. He nods. Now you are listening. He turns my sheet. He shows the narrow beak, the tucked tail, the little breast. Each move feels simple until my hunger rushes in. I hurry. Corners miss, edges drift. The sparrow looks bruised before it is born. He does not scold. He sets my bird beside his. Two sparrows, one smooth, one worried. He lifts mine to the kettle. Steam rises like a thin blessing. My sparrow twitches, then stumbles. It tilts away from the draft and surrenders. It wants a push. I want to push. Again, he says, but start with your breath. He places my wrist over the warm kettle. Feel the lift without asking for it. I close my eyes. I feel heat, then a shy upward tug. The platform clatter softens. The tube light hums like a far hive. I raise the sparrow to the rim. It flutters, then steadies, then flutters again. Not flight, a dance with something I cannot hold. Empires use weight, he whispers. Weight demands attention. Attention feeds weight. He moves his own sparrow through the rising air. It climbs a finger higher, then glides down. He never pushes. He only meets the draft at the right angle. He never looks hurried. He looks honest. I copy his angle. I miss it by a hair. The sparrow stutters and dips. Frustration rises like hot smoke. I try to force the updraft to obey. It ignores me. Steam is polite but stubborn. That man, the elder says, did not fight the doors. He learned where the wind sneaks under them. He taps my grip. You are squeezing for certainty. But certainty is heavy. The sentence lands like a key in my chest. I loosen my fingers. The paper trembles and finds its line. The wings vibrate with a whisper I can almost hear. The bird steadies a breath above my palm. It does not fly. It agrees to hover. It agrees to wait with me. A train roars past. Wind surges along the platform and through the flags. My sparrow lifts, holds, then settles without panic. I did not command it. I did not win anything. I aligned a small shape with a larger force. My throat warms. My cheeks surprise me. The old man smiles. You thought doors hated you, he says. They were just built for a lighter touch. He points to my backpack. Plans are good. Plans are heavy. Fold them smaller. Carry only what the wind will lift. I look at the smooth bird in his hand. I look at my mended version. Both listen. Both answer gently. I feel the turning point arrive like dawn under a curtain. It does not shout. It changes how the room feels. Teach me the leaving, I say. The quiet kind that looks like staying. He nods toward the kettle. First, learn the minute that makes a day move. He pours the last of the tea into a chipped cup. The steam rises, gentle as breath, learning to forgive itself. The man who outsmarted an empire, he says, had one habit. 1 minute each dawn. He called it the sparrow minute. He slides the paper bird between his palms, smooth as prayer. Then he places it on the table and nods for me to follow. The sparrow minute daily ritual. 3 quiet folds to realign your day. Fold 1, the breath. Inhale through the nose for 4 counts. Exhale for 4. Feel the weight in your shoulders leave. Fold to the paper. Touch any small object, a receipt, a leaf, a note. Fold it once while thinking, what's light enough to carry? Fold 3, the lift. Hold it in the air for 1 breath. Let the air move it. Then set it down, not as trash, but as teacher. He watches me complete the ritual. My fingers are slower now, my lungs quieter. The folded scrap shivers in the faint station breeze. It feels alive, not because it moves, but because I finally stopped wrestling it. Science says lightness works, he murmurs, half smile hidden under steam. University of Zurich, 2019. People who practiced 1 minute of slow breathing lowered stress markers by 20%. He shrugs. Empires fall slower than blood pressure. The crowd grows. The trains keep leaving. The old man packs the kettle. The flags settle into silence. I want to ask if he'll be here tomorrow, but I already know the answer. He wipes the table with the same patience he taught me. When you carry less, he says. You arrive sooner. Then he turns. Just another figure swallowed by motion and vanishes between 2 trains. No rush, no trace. I stand with my paper sparrow and a lighter spine. The air around me is full of invisible allies. For the first time in months, I whisper a truth without doubt. I am a drafter, not a struggler. Wind hums through the platform signs. Paper hums in my hand. Let the world stay loud. I'll move with the breeze. Let empires shout. I'll fold my peace with ease. If this story stirred you, tell me this. What's one small thing you could fold lighter today?